Hello, beautiful woman. My name is Shannon Bush, and as well as being the founder of Creative Possibility, which is my core business, I am also the founder of the Thrive Factor Archetypal Profiling Framework and the 12 glorious archetypes that make up that framework, which also makes me the founder, and I can say principal, which my mentor teacher archetype feels very excited about, of Thrive Factor School. Now, when I created the profiling framework, which was based on my decades of my entire life of observing people and also my various qualifications in psychology and counseling and art therapy, this was back in 2010 and 11. I'd been working in my business for a little while by that point in time, and I was predominantly working with women in business. And I was seeing particular patterns that were coming up in those women and realizing that all of the work that I'd done learning about archetypes and frameworks and profiling had given me so much insight into who I was, and also given me a chance to build my confidence and gain clarity on who I was, get build understanding as to what maybe my next steps would be, to also build understanding or to embrace understanding of why I did certain things, why I thought certain ways, why I acted certain ways, and how I could do things differently if that was something that was important to me, both in my life and in my business at that time, and prior to starting my business in my career. And so going back to the story, as I said, I was working with predominantly female clients at the time that were in business owners and in careers. They were in leadership, but they were looking for or seeking some way to better gauge who they were, to reacquaint themselves with the best of what they had to offer, and a pathway to, now that I know the language for it, to create permission to be the very best versions of themselves. As I said, took all the observations on board, and I was able to start seeing key patterns. Now, those patterns that I was observing at that time became what was then known as personal leadership archetypes. And now they are known as Thrive Factor archetypes and have been captured in, let me just bring up the prop I had earlier, captured in my book called The Thrive Factor, Unlock Your Effortless Success Zone. This was published in January 2019. And in June of 2019, I was so honored to have another part of this whole Thrive Factor journey come to life when I welcomed in the very first intake of students into Thrive Factor School, who were able to work with me in over a 6-month period and to complete a certification program so that they could become proficient in the art of profiling using the Thrive Factor framework. Now, they are women from all walks of life. Now, a key aspect to enrolling in Thrive Factor School and any of our certification programs is that you must be in an existing business. Now, that business might be only in its early days, but you must be in an existing business. It's a really key point and thing to pay attention to. Now, you're highly likely someone who identifies as a counselor, a therapist, a guide, a mentor, a coach. You might work in the space of leadership, of business, of creativity, of health and well-being, all sorts of different things, but you are working predominantly with women, or women make up a key part of your ideal client or your customer base and your community, because the profiling is just for women. It is not available for men, and I can't see it for being available to them, even though a larger majority of my clients over the years who have been both a combination of men and women, the men have asked for something like this. But I am very honored to have kept this very sacred and to respect it from where it came from, and my original vision that it was something that was a tool or framework or an experience just for women. Now, what is it all about? What is the training about? It is about you being able to learn certainly more about yourself than you probably ever imagined. You can read some stories below from that were shared by some of the inaugural students of Thrive Factor School about what doing the certification program has meant to them, and their excitement about what they hope to achieve in their existing businesses by bringing Thrive Factor profiling into their offerings. Now, it will, so aside from that personal development, it will provide you a new opportunity to engage with your both existing clients and to welcome in or attract, or as we like to say, magnetize more ideal women that you would love to work with. This is a very magnetic experience. And while there is, at this point in time, a few hundred women in the world who know their Thrive Factor profile and their Thrive Factor archetypes, my vision, and I am a visionary creator, so it is big and bold and not global, but as someone said to me not long ago, probably beyond that. I said, yeah, intergalactic. But we'll get to that in the future. Jumping ahead of myself, as visionary creators tend to do. But my visionary creator has a vision for this to become common language amongst women all over the world. Now, that may not be in my lifetime, and I am completely okay with that. But being able to offer certification programs and to launch Thrive Factor School has been my avenue to get this work out into the world. And the custodians of the work are the graduates of Thrive Factor School and our programs. And I am so excited about the types of women that are attracted to do this work, to be able to personally mentor them and guide them and to teach them, and also to learn from them as they are bringing their own wealth of their business expertise and their profiling experiences as they go through the certification program. Once you are graduated after the initial foundational opportunity of the 6-month certification program, there was opportunities then to join the mentoring program ongoing, which is a key part of your license to be able to continue to use all things Thrive Factor and to be out there in the world and to be actually claim that you are certified to be a Thrive Factor profiler, or as we also like to call you, a wise guide. And there will be opportunities in the future to do things like a postgraduate certification where you'll be able to specifically take the Thrive Factor framework and methodology and use it with women in business. And I have many, many more programs as additional certifications that I have planned. But let's not jump ahead. If you are interested in finding out more about joining Thrive Factor School and joining the foundational certification, please fill in all of your details below. Make sure you've downloaded a copy of the program prospectus and all the current information for the next intake. I look forward to hopefully talking to you very soon when you book an application interview. Take some time to fill out the detailed application form. It is extensive for a reason, because I want you to be really considered before you put this application forward and put yourself into a space of new learning, new wisdom, new opportunity, and all the things that come with thriving. So from my heart to yours, I hope that if you have been intrigued and interested in any way, shape or form to learn more and to put yourself in this space of being a part of Thrive Factor School and the Thrive Factor community, that you do take the action and join us now. And as I said, I look forward to talking to you very soon in your application interview and hopefully welcoming you as a future student of Thrive Factor School. Have a glorious day, much thriving, and all the effortlessness in the world to you.